Today we're going to look at rectangular hyperbolas. This is a common graph, xy equals 1, or it could be written as y equals 1 over x by changing side chain sign. Note that the line gets closer and closer to the axis. It doesn't actually go away from the axis, so if we continue on it will get closer and closer to that axis. Same down here, so that it gets closer and closer. Here is a line of symmetry at y equals negative x, where there's a reflection of both parts of the graph. Any point on the graph, when multiplied, will equal 1. The point A there has coordinates of 2 and 1/2. When you multiply those together, you get 1. So let's take a look at another one. This is a more accurate sketch of y equals 1 over x. So for this graph, we need to look at where the point 1 is on the x-axis and where it connects to the y-axis. We get the coordinates 1, 9. Multiplying them, xy equals 9, 1 times 9, or y equals 9 over x. We know that 3 times 3 equals 9. So the point 3, 3 should lie on the graph, and it does. Same for negative 3, negative 3. For this graph, we look at where 1 connects with the y and x coordinates. And we can see that 1 meets up with 2, so the graph equation is xy equals 2, or y over x equals 2. To check, we know that 4 times 1/2 equals 2. So does 4 on the x-axis meet up with 1/2 on the y-axis? You can see it does. The same goes for the negative areas. We can see that negative 2 times negative 1 equals 2. So that fulfills the equation. Here's our rectangular hyperbola. For this equation, y equals 1 over x, what would happen if we change the equation to y equals 1 over x plus 3? This would have a sideways shift along the x-axis, and our clue for the x value would be the positive 3. So negative 3 is our pretend y-axis, and then you draw the rectangular hyperbola by shifting each point across 3 units. That's a sideways shift because it is with the x. What would happen if we change this graph to? The graph would shift down to along the y-axis. Each point goes down 2. So the x-axis is now down at negative 2. Shift everything down 2 units. Then you can do a combination of both. Here we're going to change y equals 1 over x to y equals 1 over x minus 2 plus 1. So it shifts it along the x-axis to negative 2. So there's your new y-axis. And plus 1 will be up, so there's your new x-axis. They're not really the x-axis and y-axis, we're just pretending. And that's a sketch of your parabola. Ah, that's better. No parabolas on my face.